Hey guys, it's Todd, Mark, and Ricky from Like Minded Lunatics, bringing you another Drink, Play, Swear. You know what I'm gonna say, it's all we do around here. I mean, besides self-traumatizing ourselves by going to movies we weren't ready to see, it's all we've ever done around here. That's right. Hey, if you haven't done so already, bang, please hit that subscribe button. Mark, please show them with a link some other great stuff to watch, Halloween content here at Like Minded Lunatics. Thanks for being with us. So, as we are getting through October here, getting excited about Halloween, I thought I'd play a classic one with you guys. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing fantastic. Nightmare on Elm Street on the NES is the game today. Very exciting. And we are drinking some beverages. What do you guys got?
I've got a whiskey drink with a little bit of club soda. Not enough to override the whiskey flavor.
Very classy.
Yep.
Ricky and I are going Gentleman's Jack.
Yep.
With a Dr. Pepper.
There you go.
Get yourself something, folks. Yeah, here we go. Let's do this. All right.
Something.
Rick, I feel like your chair's shrinking. Are you good? Here, you take mine. Let's switch.
I'm going to start on the game while you guys figure this out.
There we go. All right, we're good.
There we go.
Go, Todd.
Whoa.
All right. So this is Nightmare on Elm Street on the NES.
Yeah.
It's a 2D platformer. So punch is your B, A is your jump.
And you're punching a bee.
Now you were gonna find this is an LJN game.
Ooh.
You can tell we've had a few beverages because that wasn't funny and everyone is just dying laughing.
That's right.
This is a terribly frustrating game.
It looks awful, Todd.
We'll get into it in a minute.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about in terms of the story today. I thought I would have you guys on and talk about Halloween or scary movie memories from the past, particularly like the first time you remember seeing them.
Yeah.
So, Ricky, you said that you remember seeing the original Nightmare on Elm Street in the theater. Is that right?
I did.
So why don't you get started on your story, and then, Mark, why don't you dive in there
Go,
so
Marcus.
I can have some beverage?
It was at Sunset Mall in San Angelo, Texas, and I guess I was like, when did it come out? I was maybe 10 or so.
I'm telling you, the jumping is
Oh my God, it's
insanely
atrocious.
bad. Yep. I don't know. It's early 80s. I don't
Yeah.
know the precise year.
But I was like 10, I think I was 10 or 11. I remember
Yeah.
going to see it. And no one checked your ID. It was like, sure, go in. And
Fuck me. Sorry, Rick. Go ahead.
Man, you suck.
So, you go in, you gotta hit, start to continue.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And like, everyone at school was talking about, we're trying to figure out what Freddy looked like, because now there's all these masks and posters and merchandise, and there wasn't, none of that was around, so you still didn't quite know what he looked like.
Duck down to hit that dude.
Oh my God.
It wasn't even on video, so it was cool.
That's so wild. One thing I remember about all of that is that monster magazines were so popular because you didn't have home video really yet. And even if you did, you probably weren't going to get it for a couple of years.
Right.
And so if you loved a movie, you'd go a couple of times to the theater.
Yeah.
But your only memory of those images, right, were from those monster magazines or from something because it wasn't so easily accessible.
Yeah.
And did you like the movie?
Oh, I love it. It's awesome.
Where does Nightmare on Elm Street fall for you in the slasher rankings?
You know, I'm not a big slasher person. I'm more of kind of a creature person because I really liked special effects growing up. So like the werewolves and The Thing is like my favorite movie and all that. But I would say in all of my
you're falling asleep.
dreamy.
Is that what's happening?
You're in the dream
Falling
world.
asleep. You
Oh,
gotta
okay.
get out of there. You gotta get out of there.
Okay. Am I not supposed to go down
You can go
that?
down. You can
I've
go
been
down.
trying for like, it feels like forever.
Yeah,
And
look
he's
like
not,
you're trying to take a dump.
I'm not entirely sure what he's doing.
This is what we did when we were kids.
Am I
Hey,
too-
look, I'm taking a
Let me hold
dump.
it. I don't know.
I feel like I'm teabagging the goddamn stairs.
I mean, I was gonna say I was slightly turned on by his gyrating.
That's his gyrating.
But see, when you fall asleep, see these guys
Oh,
look
they're
different.
Freddy heads.
They were spiders before, and now they're Freddies.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
Ricky, to wrap yours up, you don't prefer as much the slashers. You like a creature flick.
Yeah, but I mean, Freddy is kind of dreamy, so
He's kind of both.
it's probably, I would say, at least in my top 10 favorite horror movies ever. I love it.
Nice.
And I just watched it during the pandemic with my teenage daughter, and she loved it.
Yeah.
She thought it was awesome.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Great movie because, especially for a kid like me who was always having terrible dreams, to think that, like...
How do you get in that hole?
I don't know. Can you control
Sorry.
yourself?
Well, yeah, sorry. I've been drinking. But seriously, how do you get down into the cellar?
So usually it works. So I'm going to kill myself on purpose.
Usually it works. Okay. So that means it doesn't work. Is what that means.
While I
had this conversation with the goddamn pharmacist at HEB yesterday. Lottie knows exactly what I'm talking about. He's over laughing. I've had the conversation about usually, sometimes, means it doesn't work. See, that means it doesn't work.
But if it works 1 time out of 100, then
it doesn't work.
Sometimes works.
It doesn't work.
While I battle this trapdoor,
Hey,
clearly look at this arrow, LJN. We know we're supposed to go down there.
This is
it's a 2-button system.
Garbage game, Todd.
Thank you.
God.
All right, you got a story for us, or
So the first time I remember seeing The Evil Dead. We didn't really watch horror movies in my family, like at all.
Okay.
It was all comedies.
Uh-oh.
Freddy's. Well,
Oh!
oh, get him.
Ricky.
Don't believe.
God.
Don't believe.
So we rarely watched horror movies.
Yeah.
And so I remember seeing The Evil Dead at my
Hit
friend.
start and then B, 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 B.
Yeah, my friend Shannon lived with his grandparents, which is always an indicator that something is wrong.
Something has gone wrong.
Something's gone wrong in his life. But
Child has been abandoned in some fashion.
That's right. But Shannon lived with his grandparents, and his grandparents always went to bed around 8:30 or 9.
Okay.
And his grandfather would buy VHS tapes. He was a traveling salesman, and he would buy VHS tapes from closing rental stores.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
And so they had hundreds of VHS tapes. And that was the first place I saw Evil Dead. And it was terrifying to me. And what I remember...
On VHS tape?
On VHS.
Uh-huh.
And what I remember from that is trying to act like I was hungry and going into the kitchen and fixing myself something to eat, but it was actually me trying to avoid seeing the television.
Oh, wow.
And I remember walking back in, holding a sandwich, and seeing that scene where I think it's Cheryl. She stabs the other, I can't remember her name. She stabs the other girl in the ankle with the pencil, and she breaks it off.
Yeah.
And I remember that haunting my nightmares from then on.
Get him, Rick. Press start. Press start. There you go. You got another set of lives. Take care of him. He's only got 1 health left.
I figured this out.
Chase this dude off.
You go under him when he jumps.
There you go.
Oh, and then when I was 17 or so, I guess, when
Okay.
I was driving, obviously by then I'd started watching more horror films.
Sure.
But there was a late feature of Army of Darkness. I'd never heard of it before. Like, what is this?
So good.
And we went with, it was me and 3 friends and a couple of girls. We went to see it. I think I was the only one that enjoyed it.
Right.
And then I realized, oh my God, that was the same character from that movie that terrified me as a kid.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
That's right. And so I had to go back and rewatch it, and it was fascinating going back and kind of rediscovering that. What terrified me as a kid amused me to no end as an adult.
Jack left town.
Oh!
That's right.
You got to take care of him, dude. He's got 1 on his health. Get in there.
God, punch him right in the dick. This is a
I saw
terrible
Evil
game.
Dead at the theater, too.
You did?
You
Yeah.
did? The first one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
with,
rad.
With, I guess, second cousins of mine, Carrie.
This is a horrible game, Todd.
Yes. Thank you.
I mean, this...
So, I didn't make it, you know.
Well, I'm
Hey!
You did
what
it!
happened?
You did it!
I died.
I'll just say real quick, I did not see any of the Nightmare on Elm Streets in the theater. I saw them all when I wasn't supposed to.
Oh, that's the best time.
Yeah, at home.
Yep.
When I got my own TV in my room. Huge mistake from my parents, by the way. They thought they were being kind or whatever. I think they just wanted their TV back so I wasn't sitting there playing video games.
There you
know?
go. Yeah.
But I watched all that stuff I wasn't supposed to on no volume. So additionally, not only did I have a TV, but I also got the old VCR right away.
Oh, good.
So I would record movies.
Yep.
Like softcore porn.
Of course.
And monster films.
That's the first thing.
Skinamax.
Yep.
Skinamax. And record them no sound because I was paranoid of getting caught. And it wouldn't be, I have no idea what they're saying. Closed captions don't exist. It wouldn't be to the next day when I got home from school I could watch it with sound.
Oh, my God.
You'd be like, oh, that's where the plot went.
Wow.
All right, so this is the time where we finish up our beverages. Thanks for being here, fellas, for just an awful game.
Terrible game.
Just an awful
Yeah, it
game.
was a fun time, though.
But it was a good beverage.
Yeah, it was a good beverage. Yeah.
All right, so in between now and the next time we talk to you, we are Todd, Mark, and Rick. See ya.